Class 3, EVS, Lesson 7, Shelter for All. Learning outcomes. Pupils will be able to speak about the importance of shelters, identify the places of living in their neighborhood, and infer that shelter is a primary need to all living things, identify different types of houses, and find reasons for poor living conditions. Find out the diversity of shelters depending on climate. Understand that birds, animals, and insects too need a shelter. Why do we need houses? We all need a house to live in. A house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, wild animals, etc. One day, Roger and his grandfather were passing through a street. They found a new house being built in the place of an old one. Grandfather: "Oh, a new house is being built." Razu: "Ha tata, it is so big." Grandfather: "But there was a hut, and adobe used to live there." Razu: "Tata, what about our house? What is rebuilt?" Grandfather: "Yes, when your father was young, we lived in a tiled house." Razu: "Oh, now we live in a packer house. So there are different types of houses, aren't they, Thada?" Grandfather: "Yes dear, early man lived in caves. But now, man lives in different types of houses." Razu: "In caves? That's wonder." Grandfather: "After we reach home, I will give you a book. It is about the different types of houses. You can read and get to know about them. Evolution of houses. Let us learn about how people lived many years ago. Observe the flowchart given below, which shows the evolution of houses. Caves, thatched house, mud house, tiled house, packer house, apartment. Elders talk. Talk to your grandparents and find out the kind of houses they lived in." I am Chenchaya. I live in the deep Nalimala forest. This is my house. There are many animals and birds around us. My parents collect different types of fruits, tubers, honey, tamarind, and soap nuts in the forest. They sell them in the market, Santa, and buy rice, vegetables, soaps, provisions necessary for us. Observe Chenchaya's house. How is the house? Is it different from your house? If yes, how is it different? I am Razu. We live in a hut. The walls are made of bamboo. The roof is covered with straw or leaves of coconut or palm. I am Mary. We live in a tile house. The walls are made of brick and cement. The roof is covered with tiles. We have a neem tree and a small garden. I am Riz. We live in a house made of mud. Mud is made into blocks and dried in the sun. The walls and roof are built with these blocks. My house is cool during summer. I'm Joseph. We live in a stone house. The walls and roof are made of stones. This type of house is found in Rayalaseema districts. I'm Razia. We live in the third floor of star apartments. The walls are made of bricks, cement, and wood. The roof is made of concrete. It is built on pillars. I'm Razul. Will you in a pucker house? Villa. The walls are made of bricks and cement. There are 4 rooms in our house. The floors are laid with marble. There is a beautiful garden and car parking area. I'm Shailu. We live in a tent. Tents are made of canvas cloth. Bamboo poles are used as a support. We move from place to place in search of living. We also find construction workers putting up tents at building sites. Military soldiers put up tents at their workplace. People working in the circus to set up tents because they move from one place to another. Caravan. It is a house on wheels. It can be driven from place to place. What kind of house do you live in? Houses that keep changing locations and can be moved to other locations are called temporary houses. Houses that cannot be moved or taken to different locations are called permanent houses. Kacha and Paka houses. We have learnt about different types of houses. Houses are divided into two categories. They are Kacha houses and Paka houses. The houses is made of mud and straw are called Kacha houses. All huts are Kacha houses. The houses made of bricks, sand and iron are called Paka houses. They are very strong. Think and discuss. Why are the houses so different from one another? Some families cannot settle at a permanent place. They move from place to place. Why is it so? What are the problems they are likely to face? Activity. Identify and name the houses given below. Thatched house, pucker house, tiled house, apartment. Different types of roofs. The top portion of a house is called the roof. Observe the picture of various types of roofs given below. 1. Metal roofing sheet. 2. Tiled roof. 3. Concrete roof. 4. Thatched roof. You noticed that the roofs of all the houses are not alike. Some are flat, and some have a slope. Why do houses have sloped roofs? Why do houses have sloped roofs? Let us do. 1. Sheet placed on the floor. 2. Sheet placed against a brick. 3. Sheet placed against the bricks. In which of the above sheets does water flow down quickly? Why? What will happen if the thatched house roof is flat, like a building? Facilities in a house. Anisha lives with her parents and two brothers in a house which has 2 rooms. They cook and eat in one room, watch TV, or study, or sleep in the other room. Preti's family lives in a house with a single room. Imagine, how do they live there? How is your house? What facilities are there in your house? Activity. Draw a house that you like. Visit your neighbor's house and observe the facilities they have. A list of facilities given in the table below. Put a tick mark. Serial number. Facilities available in the house. Yes. No. 1. Living room. Hall. Yes. 2. Bedroom. Yes. 3. Kitchen. Yes. 4. Toilet. Yes. 5. Garden. Yes. 6. Water facility. Yes. 7. Electricity. Yes. 8. Doors. Yes. 9. Windows. Yes. Neat and tidy. A house may or may not have all the facilities, but still it is important to keep our house neat and clean. Do you keep your house clean? Where do you keep your books, pens, and pencils after studying? What would you do if you don't have a dustbin at home? Some houses look clean. When we look at such houses, we feel that the things are arranged well. Some houses look ugly. Whatever the type of house might be, a hut, a tiled house, or a pucker house, if we keep things in order, it will look neat and tidy. A clean house keeps us healthy. What happens if you leave garbage around your house? When you leave garbage all around without cleaning, foul smell comes out, and mosquitoes and flies breed. We should always throw garbage and dirt away from our house. Hence, a house should be cleaned from time to time. Homeless people. Laxman has immigrated to Visakhapatnam from his village. He is in search of a job. His family had to stay for a few days at the railway station. They did not find a place to live in, so they moved under a flyover bridge. Have you noticed people living under flyover bridges are in pipes? People living in pipes. People living on platforms. What are the reasons for them to live like that? How do they protect themselves from rain, cold, winds, etc.? Have you seen people living in pipes? Why don't some people have homes? What problems do they face? How do you feel when you see homeless people? Homes of animals. We have seen where people live. Have you ever thought of animal homes? Look at the given picture. Why do animals need homes? Animals also need homes to live in. Homes keep animals safe from heat, cold, rain, and enemies. They live in different types of shelter. Some animals live in the wild. Some live with us. A few animals build homes on their own. For example, wild animals such as lions and bears live in caves in the forest. Rabbits and squirrels live in burrows. And birds build nests. Observe the picture of the homes of some animals. Nest. Birds live in nests. Shed. Cows and buffaloes live in shed. Burrow. Rabbits live in burrow. Tree. Monkeys live in tree. Kennel. Dogs live in kennel. Coop. Hens live in coop. Den. Lions live in den. Ant hill. Ants live in ant hill. Sty. Pigs live in sty. Stable. Horse live in stable. Fold. Sheep live in fold. Animals, like fish and whales, live in water. Animals, such as frog and crocodile, live both on land and in water. Do you know that some animals are homeless? Animals like monkeys and elephants always wander into the forest. They have no specific homes. Let us check. Say whether the given statements are true or false. Mark in the brackets provided. 1. A horse is kept in a shed. False. 2. A tiger lives in a cave. True. 3. A fish lives on a tree. False. 4. A turtle lives both in water and on land. True. 5. An elephant and a giraffe lives in water. False. Nests of birds. A bird's home is called a nest. Birds build nests to lay eggs and raise their young ones. They use twigs, straws, leaves, or cotton to build their nests. Hey, look at this bird. Can you tell what it is doing? It is feeding its young ones. Observe these pictures. It is a sparrow. It makes its nest on trees or on wooden beams of tiled houses. It uses straws, grass, leaves, and cotton to make its nest. Woodpeckers make big holes in the trunk of the trees to make their homes. Weaver birds use grass and twigs to make their nest. There is an opening at the lower end to enter the nest. We learned that birds and animals make homes. There are many insects too in our surroundings. Do insects also have shelter? Yes. Insects also have shelters. Beehive, spider web, silk moth. Some animals and birds live with us. Hi kids. I'm Kitty the cat. I live with Sumant and his family. I'm waiting for Jerry, the rat. He lives with us, but in a hole. Bunty, the dog, is sleeping in his kennel. The cows, sheep, and goats also live with us, but they live outside our house. Come with me to the kitchen. Sometimes we find houseflies and cockroaches there. In our backyard, crows, parrots, and squirrels make their homes. Hey, I forgot. The lizards and garden lizards too are there. We all share this place. Sumant gives me food and water before going to school. Do you have any pet animal in your house? Do you give food and water to them? Concern for animals and birds. How do you feel when you observe the above picture? Just like you and me, birds and animals too want to live freely and enjoy their natural life. Don't they? My concern. Last Monday, on my way to school, we found a bird's nest fallen from the tree. I picked it up and saw that it was full of eggs. Raju wanted to break the eggs. I objected and told him that it was bad to harm them and how the mother would cry for them. And just then, we saw the mother crow cawed for its nest. Raju and Amala put up slogans: do not harm animals. Keywords: shelter, caravan, homeless people, Kutcha house, Paka house, apartment, boathouse, permanent house, temporary house. What we have learnt: a house gives us shelter and protection. We find different types of houses in our surroundings. Temporary houses are set up at the time of floods and cyclones. People who migrate live in tents. Birds and animals too have homes to live.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.